Hi everyone. So for today the plan is to play Forza Motorsport. Let me launch the game. I've been researching and looking for the information on how to make more realistic experience out of anything you play on PC. And with that said, Forza is one of the games I always love to play. That's why I will be going with it. I'm removing my cameras so you can see the seamless experience. Still have my microphone on. Let's see what we have here. Just messages. Okay, let's race. Career. Okay, so the Builders Cup is complete now. The introduction is also complete. Champions Cup on Silverstone International. Let's see how it goes.
It's okay if you can't get past a car immediately. Be patient, study their race line, then use their own tactics to rock.
Not the best start. Proximity sensors visible on my screen, so I can see on which side I might have a contact or somebody is trying to have contact with my car. That helps a lot. And for the steering, it's turned on to realism. I'll show you my settings after the first race, so stay tuned. Meanwhile, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to check out other videos I have. I'm playing different games, not only racing sims, different titles, and much more is coming. This car is absolutely undrivable if it is left on the automatic gearbox. But on manual you can push it a little bit faster than it is. And all the cars I'm racing against are the same, so on automatic it's just not doing good. Okay, at least it was the one lap, didn't have to go down. Okay. So settings, suggested light braking only, braking ABS off, throttle and assisted, steering simulation, allow manual steering into PTS, traction stability off, steering manual. I don't know what these are, I've set the track limits as markers on proximity. And yeah, basically these are the settings. Yeah, I think we can push from the bottom to the top. Let's see. Lost the control. I know, right? I released it. I can do that. Panic brake, don't panic release. DBS, don't panic steering. Everything keeps
Time penalty is 2.5 seconds. Time penalty is 0.5 seconds.
gears are so short. Three laps to go.
Three to go.
Oops. Spend it out. If I slowly release the gas, then everything comes back. Still a lot of practice. Different cars, different tracks.
Good
See,
work
all
out
the
there.
cars have same power, same class. That's why it's not the easiest. Let's try a more clean racing. Squeezing the most out of this little yellow car. And trying to do clean overtakes, not the dirty ones.
The short course at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta features Turn 5, one of the fastest sweeping right-hand curves on any road course in the world.
Let's practice a little bit. It's fast. I know this track. Won't be easy at all. It doesn't have a lot of turns, so I will put myself in the damage. This raceway doesn't give me a big window of opportunities. 23 times to pass the lanes I have. So, squeeze. Beginning and dominate. shaving off another second every lap almost. Not the first place. Come on. I didn't tell you I'm a professional. I'm just learning.
Last lap. Let's go.
This was my fastest lap. That's it.
Good run out there.
Are you telling me the rest of the drivers did 0 penalties and I was the one that made a mistake? Cannot believe it. The winners are not judged.
The Glen is one of North America's classic motorsports venues, built in 1958 after a decade of
The game is not even offering anything because this kind of short circuit is almost 2 minutes. It's not that short. There's plenty of turns, but also a lot of high speed sections. So let's start somewhere in the middle. I will start at the top and try to gain the first position from the bottom. Maybe it's more action. Let's go race. It's good that the practice is on the circuit, not free, not home. I was playing Nordschleife on GTR Nissan, and we had 2 laps and 1 practice lap, but the practice lap was like 11 minutes. I spent half an hour for those 3 laps, 1 practice and 2 racing laps. But it was fun, full of action, turns, everything. That's where I tested everything in terms of the racing simulation setup. Now lap. So it took us what, almost 3 laps to get the first position. 2.5, okay. Scratches on the car show that I was not doing dirty stuff. Attack angle should have been like joystick. It's not precise in terms of keeping the same Hit assist button. Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Nicely done.
Skin it down. Event, and we're done with this car. Finally.
The Virginia International Raceway closed in 1974 and didn't reopen again until 2000 after a total
Too narrow, I don't want to overtake in this narrow curves. Mostly this will be happening. Take a top position for this qualification. And 5 or 6 laps. It's an interesting track in terms of how you control the car here. A lot of turns, fast exits, slow exits, slow enters. Good clean practice, like no hitting, no tapping. Because of that, it will not be the fastest. Less than 2 minutes. Good. That was a clean lap. Start in the front. 5 laps. Tell me not a lot. the game so much loud? Okay, settings. Audio. Come on, master output is already like. Let me check. Can't really check. Okay, let's get 40. Save. And maybe I'm speaking. The game is already a lot less. How is it now? Is it better? Or the game is still louder than that?
3 more.
Don't just fucking spin out. I was asking what are you art readers? Shaved off 3+ seconds. That's me. Shaving off to the finish. Okay, I agree. Yes, you hear me less than you hear the game. What can I do? What can I do? Resume. Okay, I guess we go even lower. Save. Resume. What about now? Is it better now? Or it doesn't affect anything, because it might be that I didn't configure everything in a way so that if I turn the game volume down, it's making my mic louder. But you tell me, is it better now? Or still bad? Because for my hearing, the game is very quiet now, and the microphone is bouncing. Yeah, everything is up to the levels. Yeah, of course, I can add the more gain to the mic, but then you will stop hearing. Oh. Okay, I agree. Maybe it's not changing a shit here. So let's go put this back where it was at 50. And I'll configure my audio routing software. Wait a moment, where is that? Okay, so the game is this loud and this loud to the stream. So we make the game louder for the stream. Wait. Okay, now it should be a bit different. So game with the microphone, so you can hear me good and hear the game good. While I'm driving concentrated, it's very hard to speak and drive at the same time. I'm trying to speak non-stop, so while the engine is roaring, I can still measure and tell me how the sound levels are. Did it become any better, or that's the same as it was? Maybe you're not hearing me. I'll pause. Is it better now, or the sound is still the same as it was and nothing changed, so the mic is still below the engine sound? Let me know, please. Oh, still the same. Okay. Now the microphone is much louder in terms of routing, if it works at all. So let me know after I resume, right? Is it better, or is it still quiet? This time it should be, actually. The microphone should get louder. I'm not sure how much louder it will get. Definitely louder than it was. We are fine-tuning the stream audio. Faster, so what's in it?
Final lap.
Slightly below 2 minutes. A bit quiet in AB sometimes. Things you say. Okay, final resort. We go with the gain for the microphone. Yeah, it's still below what it usually is. Now it should be louder. The mic should be louder. I don't know, maybe some dirt went into the mic and it became wider. And yeah, so I'll be just punching the gain for the mic until you tell me it's good now. Oh, wait, actually I need to lower the sound of the game on the stream. Okay. This should help, I think. Not sure. I think it should. It's my final lap. I hope I did something better. And we still in this final race in this series. I was thinking I did a perfect configuration, everything is good, but it turned out people were because the game for the mic should be hitting the top peaks, and mine was like around the middle. I don't see the chat now because I have a window sound routing configurator. So give me 20 seconds to finish this lap, and I'll go and check what is the result now. Hopefully it's better than it was. But I'm trying to keep talking and talking while the engine is revving. Not sure.
Well done.
Oh, I agree. It's still the same. It is still the same. What the hell? Like the gain is max. This is maxed there. This is much higher for me, but lower for the stream. And I just don't understand why it's such... like why it is the way it is. Okay, let's add more gain. We'll let it hit the floor. 50, really? Is that how loud you want to go? 55? Is it there now? Okay, almost hitting the peaks. What about 60? Yeah, keep talking and talking and talking. Oh no, it's still below it. Below the magnitude. All right. Yeah, I'm hitting the peaks now, so most likely you will be hearing me much more better. It's twice the gain it had earlier. So like, did I go much louder, or let me check. Okay, is it good, or should I set the microphone lower now? 50. So it's 70 now. Well, I'm going 50. Fully clear now. Like fully clear was 70. Now it's 50. Tell me if 50 is okay, but you know, the menu and the racing is different, so that's a bargain. Okay, touching down a bit more. It's 45 now. I'm not hitting the yellow gain in for the microphone, and yeah, I sound much louder than the gain, like maybe 55-60% louder based on what I see on my screen. But wait, I have to go and race and hear it there. Oh, it's absolutely fine. I want the stream to be as crisp and sound great. Oh, Mazda MX-5, KTM, Lamborghini. Featured Corvette, Italia, Rocan, 20th anniversary, Spirit of Forza Motorsport. No, we're not skipping stuff. Let's go, Mazda. I hope I have the money. I do have the money. But... okay, manufacturer color is piece of shit. Spatial color. Ooh. Okay. Okay. What can we have here? Copper brushed. Even wood? No, I don't want wood. Brass brushed. Steel galvanized. Damascus, of course not. Brushed steel? No, I love the brushed brass. It looks great. Oh, really? You had to tell me earlier. I think we're fixing it now. And okay, your car, we have everything necessary. Okay. It might be that the sound routing application is stuck. It's showing me that I'm controlling it, but actually it's not. It's Elgato, you know. Elgato is not perfect with their software. They are doing the beta test
In
for the
1966, the Daytona
Cleveland 3
International
now.
Speedway sports car
That
circuit
should fix a
began
lot of
hosting a
issues, I hope, but I tried the beta and it was not working for my stream, so I went back to the Cleveland 2.0. Let me know how do you hear me. Do you hear me good now? Or the engine is still louder than me? Actually, I'll check it myself. Nah, 45 is not enough. We need to ramp it up. We need 55. Let's go and see that. Don't forget to fucking brake. Okay, I'm aggressive on this Mazda. It sounds good, it drives good. I love the way it steers, like the control is fantastic. And let's see how this sounds now in terms of the car is revved up at the max. Okay, for my ears, I checked the sound and I would say that it is great now. Like the Mazda was screaming loud and I could hear myself pretty good. Okay, that's it. Let me try to race a little bit and you tell me if I should turn up or down. That bro did not slam his brakes for nothing. Contact. It's practice. We don't have punishment here, it's only warning. I wonder how many laps I should be doing on this track. This is the high-speed part of it. And let's see. Ooh, that has a racing shit going on here. Yeah, I plan to order direct drive steering wheel base, a force feedback shifter, decent load cell pedals. Yeah, that's it for the beginning. I'm not getting the handbrake or anything more, and I want an under table rig for all this hardware, because the base I'm getting is like 12 Newton meters. It will start destroying my table if I clamp it to my table. It's pretty powerful. And yes, I will be starting to play Forza Motorsport and test drive Solar Crown. I have that game too. Test Drive Unlimited 2 is the game where I learned how to drive. I had that 15 years ago. Oh, thank you for helping me to fine-tune every bit of this. Okay, how many? Yeah, let's go brutal. If we lose, we quit. If we win, we quit, because I want to play Arena Breakout Infinite now. Oh, you're a street racer. What do you drive? I was one too. I had an Audi A4. All-wheel drive. Yes, automatic, but 1.8 liter turbo. I bought it with 190 horsepower, and when I was selling it, it was close to 450 at stage 2. And that was the fastest car on the streets to get 0 to 60 kilometers, not miles, kilometers per hour. It was perfect for the traffic light race, you know. when you hit the 60, you're still not breaking the low, but you are going 0-60 like crazy. But after 70, the naturally aspirated bigger engines would take over because of the horsepower and stuff like that. I'm so excited. What do you drive? Yeah, I'll try to read that a bit later. Let me see if I can perform anything on this track with this Mazda at all, or we need to quit and go play Arena Breakout instead. It will take me like 3 minutes to reconfigure everything in terms of the stream name and yada yada. Oh, that brass is now scratched. Oh, the sides are fine. It's a pity the game designers are not doing like the paint coating that you do for the off-road, the Raptor. When you scratch a tree, it has a scratch, but your car does not. Don't you spin! Don't you fucking spin, bitch! It was a beast, but you know why I made it that? Because it had an issue since I bought it. I was young. It was my first car, and it was eating all my money every weekend, like from Friday evening till Monday morning when I was working, and every warm summer night I was crawling under that car. Everything except for the gearbox and the engine was giving me issues. Yeah, except for the brakes. Brakes never failed on me on that Audi. And the quattro drive was not failing. But everything else, like every tiny sensor, hose, wiring, everything in that car was just a disaster. But that car taught me a lot. It taught me how to diagnose electronically, how to understand if you have a problem where there are no sensors and the computer cannot read it. Oh, it's a warning. How sweet. Okay, we don't need to restart. We can drive 3 more laps. Yeah, so that car was annoying as a fuck. It was teaching me. I stopped eating lunch. I only ate breakfast at home, no lunch and no dinner. Only breakfast, because all the money I had was going into the spare part. And I was not buying like the cheap copies from China or Turkey. It was an Audi, you know, man. I love the car, and only genuine original Audi parts, spare parts. Every single time something failed on me. I remember there was a little hose for the air intake system, which had like 2 centimeters or on diameter on one end and 1.5 on the other, and that bitch costed like $70. And my salary was something like I don't know, 700 or 800. Half of that was going for the car loan to the bank, because I didn't have the money to buy it immediately. So I took a loan in the bank, and half of the salary was the loan, and the other half was commuting, mostly with public transport, because the car was pulling around again and again, and I had to save as much as possible, still do my job, get the salary, come back with the new spare parts arrived, and fix it again and again and again. But I have to admit, anything that was changed, like For example, if I change a valve or a sensor or a wiring piece, that part did not fail for the second time. And a week before I found a customer when I decided to sell it after 2 years of struggling. I decided to travel to a different country, so I wanted to get the loan closed, the car sold. A week before I sold it, I found out that when I was buying it, it was like the mileage was less than 100k kilometers, not miles. Less than 100k, and yeah, it looked that way, but no matter what I did, the car with 1.8 turbo was eating only premium fuel, like 98, which was like twice as expensive as 95 in my country, the octane number I'm speaking. And for 100 kilometers, no matter if you drive slow as a tortoise or like a reckless with flooring the accelerator all the time to the floor, it was eating 23.5 liters of that expensive fuel. And with lower octane level fuel, it sometimes wouldn't start, or like, no, the car was telling me, you cannot save with me. You will be fueling with the most expensive fuel available, and I'll be eating that. You can floor, you can drive safely. Of course, I was young and I was flooring it all the time. I have a video somewhere in my archive. I drove back home after flooring it for a couple of hours, and I popped the hood, and I have a video of my turbo. Color is white because it overheated, like maybe more than 800 degrees Celsius. It's like glowing white, then glowing red, then glowing white, orange, red, and then it stopped glowing. That thing was really hot, really overheating, and I decided that, yeah, the last thing I want to do is to get an engine mechanic, because those are expensive as fuck in my country. And even though they're expensive, they never give responsibility or warranty on their job. So it was like, you keep the car and feed it with 23.5 liters per each 100 of kilometers you're driving, or you can lose your engine because the mechanic will tell, oh, I tried my best, but sorry. And there is nothing you could do. Okay. Going from one mechanic after the other one broke it. So I decided to keep it, and I started to look for the ways to make it faster. Of course, first it was chip tuning, then more efficient fuel injectors, then a bigger turbo, then an intercooler, of course aggressive chip. And that's how I pushed it 400 plus horsepower with 550 Newton meters of torque. I didn't measure it on dyno, but electronically the logs I have taken while diagnosing the car showed me those figures. Yeah, I'll read the chat now. Wait, I'll need to finish the race. So, from your messages I understand now you hear me clearly well, even though I'm racing. Oh, I thought that's the final lap. Okay. Yeah, let me read the chat. Oh, I also had a period of my life when I fell out of love with used cars. My last car was a BMW E30, 1986. The same year I was born. And that 1986 E30, I bought the second most expensive E30 out on the second-hand market, thinking that the previous owner made good job. Everything is welded, no leaks. Yes, it's old, but it's in perfect condition. It turned out it's a no-no. I could get like a fresh German car. Yeah, I bought it for 4,000 when they were usually sold for 800 bucks. And then I paid another 10,000 during the 2 years of owning it. So after that, I decided that car sharing is the best option. You don't need to service those cars. And the car sharing service in the country I was at that moment had Teslas imported, and those dual motor beast Teslas unlocked, so they were unlimited in terms of speed. Oh my god, I was taking a taxi to get to the dual motor Tesla, which I booked in my ride sharing app, and then I was having fun like 20 minutes, 1 hour, like depending on the budget I had for the day. It was perfect, you know? You get the car like 70% or above charged from a parking. All you care about is not to get into an accident. Have fun driving it. Don't get caught by the police or any surveillance camera. And have the car in one piece back at the parking lot of your choice. Any public parking lot works. So, yeah. After the BMW E30 ruining my car experience, I decided that I'm purchasing a car not older than 5 years. Because like it's rubbish to go and purchase a new car out from a car dealer, because the moment you drive out of the car dealership, it is already losing like 15% of its price. Most of the cars, of course, exotics and luxurious limited edition cars only gain in price with time, but the general market is usually where you lose the money the moment you drive out of the dealership. So not older than 5 years, preferably 2 or 3 years old car, up to your budget, will be good. Any manufacturer, any drivetrain, anything. Okay, give me 5 minutes, really quick. I will switch to the... Let me turn on my cameras. Yeah, I'll switch to the Arena Breakout Infinite and we can continue there. So come back in 5 minutes. Make sure you hit like under this video, and see you there. Cheers.